Hey y'all, it's me, Cody and Diamond. um, this is the Cody Knits podcast, episode 6, I believe. Super excited to be recording today. My name is Cody. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a nurse, and I knit and I crochet, and it's a lot of fun. So, if you haven't guessed, this podcast is all about knitting and crochet and yarn and a little bit about my life and just fun stuff like that. Um, wow. So who am I? Again, I'm Cody. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Cody Knits, Codi Knits. And then no, that's Ravelry and YouTube is Cody Knits, and then on Instagram I'm nurse_Cody, Codi. I am just completely overwhelmed this week. I don't even know where to start. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive, being so encouraging. So many people have had so many nice things to say, and it really means a lot. Um, so I'm going to go into a little bit more about what has been going on for those of you who are interested. I'll talk more about my trip and things like that toward the end of the podcast, and jump right in now to all the fun yarn stuff, because I know that's why most of you come, is to hear about the yarn because we love it. So I only have at the moment 2 works in progress. One is the water spout shawl. I haven't made any progress on it since the last time I've seen you, so I'm not going to show it. I plan on working on that some soon. I just was working on other things in school and stuff like that, which is crazy. Um, and then I have made some progress on my bakery bear last night. Let me show you. It's in my cute little froggy bag from Aaron at Gimme Yarn 418. So, okay, so I don't even know how to say this. So, the bakery bears, Kay and Dan, mentioned me in their podcast, their latest podcast, and I am just floored. I am blown away. They had such amazing things to say, and when I was watching it, it made me cry, and it's crazy to me that they're mentioning me on their podcast because I'm just this new little podcaster just doing this for fun, and their podcast is amazing. I love it. I've watched every episode. I've been kind of following it. Oh, she winks, you see. um, but in their thing, Kay told me that I had to put the eyes on my Mr. Bakery Bear. And if you've watched the show before, then you'll know that I was gonna let the ladies at my local yarn shop sew on the eyes and and his nose, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it, even though it's gonna look horrible. I'm gonna do it myself because I want to say that I made it all by myself. It's the first animal I've ever made, like, and I really love him, and it gives him character, right? So here he is. I put his little eyes on and his nose, his ears and everything are all. Yeah, I I know I mentioned this before. I'm horrible at sewing, so his arms are all out of whack and whatnot. But I love it. So I got his eyes and his nose and mouth sewn on, and I made some progress on his little jumper sweater thingy. And yay, I'm so excited. I'm actually getting to learn, get some practice with cabling, which I hadn't done a whole lot of that before. And this is a great project to do that in because it's easy. Um, so yeah, so this, for those of you who want to know, the yarn that I'm using to make his jumper is this Sassy Skein, the West, Key West Caribbean Cotton Collection, and the color is Island Waters, and I love it. So I stopped because I need to watch a video on how to cast on when you're in the middle of a project, and I have an idea of how to do that. I've done it before, but I needed to watch a video again just to make sure because I didn't want to mess it up. And I want to do the same cast on that she does, or that the pattern recommends. So it's as close to what the bakery bear is supposed to be like as possible. So yeah, that's that, Mr. Bakery Bear. So that's all my works in progress at the moment. I do plan on casting on some more stuff, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And I have two finished objects. This is four, but two finished objects. And one of them is just this little beanie hat. All it is it's a little big for me, but most people have, a little bit bigger heads than I do. So this is it. It's just a double crochet, all of it, all around. Well, the end I ended the end with, I did a row of half double, and then I did a row of single, just to kind of, so it wouldn't be too, to me, just so it wouldn't be too loose or whatever. But, yeah, this is just some Red Heart, yarn. And I did this because I've been working on it for a little bit, but I finished a lot of this while I was in, well, actually, I finished this in New Orleans, which I'll talk about New Orleans in a little bit. And I also worked on this. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably have seen it. This is the handbrake cowl, and this is one I made for one of my viewers. Because I had said if anyone wants to buy the handbrake cowl that doesn't know how to knit, if they gift it to me on Ravelry, I will knit it and send it to you in your choice of yarn, as long as it's not like ridiculous amount price wise for the yarn itself. So, because I am in grad school and I don't have a whole lot of money to be spending on, I can't spend, $30 on just one skein of yarn. I would love to, but I can't. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. And that's all my finished objects. Now, I do have some acquisitions, and some of them were gifts, and some of them I just purchased today. I went to buy a skein of yarn for a purpose I'll talk about in a little bit, and they had a little bit of a sale, so I had to buy some yarn. And then, so the first thing I'm so excited about is I was a winner for a random drawing, patron only drawing, I think, from the Bakery Bears, and I won, which is how I guess I kind of got noticed by Dan and Kay from the Bakery Bears, because I won, and then we had talked, and anyway, he found out that I'm an oncology nurse, and I think that well, that kind of just spoke to him, and it was like, I guess it was kind of a special kind of thing, that, of all the people to win, it just happened to be me, and So anyway, that started them watching my podcast, and I know Kay watched all of them while she was sewing. And when she said that, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was really embarrassed. Um, just because I think they're so awesome and they do such a good job, and my podcasts are just kind of thrown together and nothing spectacular. But anyway, so I won, and I already got the prize, and it's adorable. So I got it, and let me just tell you, when you get a package from Kay and Dan, it is beautifully packaged. I wish I would have waited to open it when on camera, but I was so excited, and I knew it was from them as soon as I saw the Queen of England on the like the little stamp thing. Um, well, I guess she's more than just the Queen of England. The Queen, right? Sorry, I'm not. Anyway, I saw that it was from them, and I had to open it. But she had it beautifully wrapped in this tissue paper, and she had it taped down with some cute little washi tape, and she put the cutest card. First, I want to show you the card first. Rush hour at Chatsworth. How cute! I just I just love this. And she wrote a cute little message inside, and things like this mean so much to me. When someone takes the time to write a card or write a note or a letter, that means so much because we're in a time where we just text and send emails, and you know, it's not as personal. But when someone takes the time to pick out a card and, write a little note in it, that's special to me. But anyway, I just love it. It's got this is a little wool on the seat. Oh, it's so cute. And this is what I won. And they were, Kay was worried that I wouldn't like it because it's pink. But I really don't care that it's pink. And the main reason I don't care that it's pink is simply because Kay Jones made it. I've tried to get stuff from her Etsy shop before, and by the time I get to it, it's always sold out. So I got one, this little notions pouch kind of thing, and it has a little handle on it. It has their Bakery Bears Cottage.etsy.com. Adorable, and it's got the little box bottom with a zipper. Look at the little polka dot. The inside matches the little handle, and I just love it. It's just so cute. It has a little mouth on it. Anyway, this thing is, I mean, it was just really cool. I was just blown away. Blown away. That's a Carrie Underwood song, I think. She can sing really well. But anyway, another thing that I got is so a lot of people now are seeing my podcast since Bakery Bears mentioned me on their podcast, which is really cool. I still can't believe that. But and someone actually gifted me a one of their patterns, which I thought was really cool. I'm not going to show you the actual pattern, but it's by JMO Creation, Crashing Waves Cowl. And I just think it's beautiful. And I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to cast it on very, very soon. I think I'm going to, it calls for a specific yarn, the Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable Tidal, Tidal, Tidal. And I think I want to get that yarn and make this in that yarn because I really think it's beautiful here in the picture, and I want to make it like the picture. So yay! Thank you so much for giving me this pattern. I'm so looking forward to casting it on and making it. And another pattern I got was the Perk Me Up pattern from that Aaron from Give Me Yarn 418 put out, and I talked about that last time in my podcast, I think. So go check out her podcast and buy the Perk Me Up cow because it's beautiful, and I can't wait to cast it on. So as I mentioned earlier, I bought some yarn. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go sit in the floor because I'm gonna get the yarn out and you're not gonna be okay? She got a little mad at me. So I'm not gonna show you that one yet. Sorry, I'm getting them out here. There's two that I want to not show you yet until later. So I bought, because I wanted to make myself a shawl. I bought some Malabrigo Black. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. Rios. I like their little, the back of the tag, it says Rio means river in Spanish, and Malabrigo Rios is named after the four major rivers in Uruguay. Each river is represented by one ply. These plies twist together like winding rivers. Rios also signifies the yarn's washability. For millennia, rivers have provided water for washing garments, which I thought was sweet. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to the tags and stuff, but so that's Malabrigo, Superwash Merino. I got two of the black, and I got this. Ooh, I wish you could see better. It is red, but it's got some it's like almost variegated. It's like red with some darker reds in it. This makes it look a little more too bright. It's not as bright as it's showing up, but it's called Ravelry Red. How convenient, or not convenient, but whatever. I like it. It's also superwash, but I was thinking about making the majority of it this color, and then doing like some stripes in this color. What do you think? So I gotta find a pattern though, because I don't know a pattern, and I can't make up my own. So I'm gonna find one that's got stripes in it that I can use this with. And then so that wasn't on sale. And I went for two purposes. One was to get that, or a yarn for me to make myself like a shawl, scarf kind of thingy out of. And the other was to make like a little. I want to try to make a little baby cardigan or something. But there's two people in my life that are pregnant. But this was 50% off. This is Solka, I believe. It's 60% merino wool and 20% alpaca and 20% silk. It's half off that, $9.95. It's beautiful. It's like an orange color. Let's see if it says. It's just shade 234. But I got two of those because I wanted to make. Orange is one of my favorite colors. I also love green and I love blue. But orange is the color for leukemia, for the cancer ribbons and stuff. And I work mainly with leukemia patients. So I really like orange. So I was going to make a hat out of these, possibly. I'll have to see. Hopefully it's not too, it feels soft. It doesn't feel itchy, so we'll see. But my plan is to make a hat out of that. And then I bought, these were 50% off too, luckily. And let's see if I can try to. So I don't know if you can tell, but it has little pink and blue specks. It's white. It's called Babe. Babe 201 is the color number. But I got, and this is 55% nylon and 45% acrylic. But I got it to make the little baby sweaters. So excited. I've never made a little baby. I've actually never made a sweater or any kind of clothing like that. So that'll be my first time. So I gotta find a good pattern, but a relatively simple pattern. Although when I was at the cast on cottage today, which is my local yarn, one of my local yarn stores, I was gonna sign up for classes, knitting classes, but I was like, so I'm not sure which one to sign up for. And the lady, she wanted to see some of my knitting, so I showed her some pictures, and she told me that I was an advanced knitter, and that surprised me because I didn't think I would be considered advanced knitter. But yeah, I guess I'm better than I think. I feel like I still have a lot to learn and that kind of stuff. So she told me I'd have to take like private lessons and like have a certain, like, a sweater or a certain project that I wanted to work on that I would need help with or something. So I don't know. But I really want to take some classes or something just to learn new techniques and learn new things. And I don't know. I feel like there's stuff I don't really know. I don't know what I don't know, if that makes any sense. And like if I get a pattern and like I don't know what something means, like SSK, which I know that now, but before I didn't, I just YouTubed it, looked it up on YouTube and learned that way. But I'd like, I don't know. So anyway, just tell me that. But yeah. And the other thing I got when I was there is I needed something to wash my wool in because it smells like, it smells like an animal, like a wet animal. And I'm afraid to wash it, and like I don't use like liquid or powder. I use the little pouchy things that you just kind of throw in there, so I can't do that in the tub. So I don't know. I was thinking about wool wash, and then I saw this, and it wasn't a really bad price, and I think this smells really good. It's called Soak, and the scent is, oops, sorry, I'm struggling because it's round and opposite. Celebration. Sorry for the glare. And this says it's made with plant-derived and renewable ingredients, biodegradable, phosphate-free, dye-free. It says to use 1 teaspoon in 1 gallon of water, soak for 15 minutes, gently squeeze. No need to rinse. Lay knits fly to dry. Wash sets together. Test fabric for color fastness. So I thought it would be a good to try it because I wanted to give something to make it smell better and soften it up and wash my, because now that I'm knitting a lot more with, animal fiber like wool. I'm just afraid, I don't know. I wanted something that's made for that. And I know you can get wool wash, which I might still get some of that. But I saw this and I was going to try that. I was at the yarn store. I was going to go and buy the wool wash. But I was going to have to make a separate trip. So I just got this. But it smells really good. It's not an overpowering, smell. And I asked the ladies at the yarn shop, they use it, or the one I talked to, she says she uses it on all of her stuff, and she says the smell is really subtle, so it's not like overpowering, scent, like some detergent, or like it's not like someone just sprayed perfume all over it or something. So I thought I'd try it out. So that's all of the acquisitions. Like that. Well, there's two things else, but I can't show you yet. But I will in a few minutes. Keep you watching. Suspense. It's a beautiful day today. Here it's hot though. It's 98 degrees outside, according to my car. And 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot. So I wanted to give a podcast shout out. I've been watching the Knitting Expat podcast. Mina, she is so wonderful, and I really like her podcast. First of all, she's a wonderful knitter. Everything she knits is beautiful, and she also designs knitwear and such. And she also sews and stuff like that. And she's going to be opening up an Etsy shop soon for her bags. And one thing that was really cool to me is that she made bags that were that weren't overly girly, like frou frou or whatnot. So, like, no, I'm not one on like big gender stereotypes, like guys can only do blue and pink is for girls and that kind of thing. Like, I'm not talking about that. But at the same time, like, I don't want to carry around something that's like super flowery or whatever. So I like, like, this is cute, this is fun. I would carry that, my man bag one. But anyway, someone had challenged her to make some that are like kind of, a little more, I guess, geared toward guys style, and that kind of thing. So she has, and I'm excited because I want to buy one. I want to buy one. So hopefully she'll get her Etsy shop up soon. I'll put her information in the thing below. You should go check her out. She's so smart as far as her knitting. She lives overseas, and she kind of gives you some insight on about the culture over there, and that kind of stuff, which I always find really interesting. And that's one of my favorite things about the Bakery Bears podcast is I love to travel and stuff, but with school and all that, I can't really do that right now. So I kind of can live vicariously through their podcast that way. And she doesn't really take you out and about, like the Bakery Bears, but she does talk about the culture over there and like what's it like and things like that. And it's really interesting to me. I really enjoy her. She's very sweet. She has a good heart, a great personality. She just seems to be just a wonderful all around person. And I love people like that. And I love spending time with people like that who, lift you up and encourage you and, make your day better. And sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes we get around those people who like are depressed and sad, and they kind of bring that energy onto you, kind of, and you can only be around that so much. And so I really enjoy her podcast because I mean she's not like overly like blah, all over the place, crazy, um, but she's not like well da 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 na 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 woe is me or whatever. It's a really good podcast. Not only it's very to me, I learn a lot from her, and I enjoy hearing, like I said, about the culture that she's living in and how it differs from her own culture as well as the culture here in America. And I enjoy seeing her knitting and seeing her create new patterns and such. So yeah, go check her out. Knitting Expat. I think I'm saying that right. But anyway, like I said, I'll put a thing on her, a link below. And then, so yay, go check her out. She's really cool. I love watching her. Okay. So I had said that whenever I reach 100 followers, I would do a giveaway. Well, mostly thanks to the Bakery Bears, I now have 100. Not only did I meet 100, but I have 192 subscribers on YouTube to my podcast. I mean, wow. I'm just amazed. I mean, it was like, whoa. Like I was, scraping by trying to get 100. And now I have 192. So what does that mean? Giveaway! You guys get prizes. And I went and picked out your prize for the yarn today. So 3 people are going to get prizes. So 2 people are going to get a free pattern from Ravelry. Well, so you're going to pick a pattern that you want and let me know, and I'm going to gift it to you. It doesn't have to be a free pattern. Obviously, if it was free, you can just get it for yourself, right? So pick 2. You can pick a pattern. So 2 people are going to get that, and the other person is going to win some yarn that I just bought, and you haven't seen it yet. And I was just looking at it, and they're beautiful, and I want to keep them. But I'm not going to. I'm going to give one of them away, and I probably will save the other one for another giveaway or a swap or something. But I wanted to give 2 options because I wanted one, because I saw 2 that I just loved, and then I wanted to get some that could be kind of gender neutral too, in case someone didn't want the first one that I picked out. So what it is Malabrigo sock, and this color is Light of Love, and I picked that out because of the name, Light of Love, because I'm feeling very loved right now by you all. Or y'all is what I normally say. It felt so weird saying you all. So I feel so loved by y'all right now, and so that's why I picked this one. It's I don't know if you can tell, but it's like some light pink and some dark pink, kind of variegated. This is, in case you are not familiar with Malabrigo, it's kettle dyed pure superwash merino wool. It's sock weight, and there's approximately 440 yards or 3.5 ounces. So I just thought this was pretty, and it says love, and I was feeling so much love. So, and I know if a guy, I do have a few guy subscribers, but I know if a guy, he might not want this, because if I feel like if I win a prize, if I was gonna win yarn, I would want it to I'd want to make something special for myself. And this would, for me, if I won this, I would make it for someone else. But which I bought it, and I definitely make something out of it. I think it's beautiful, but it's not something I would make for me. So, but if I won a prize, especially from somebody, like one of you guys or something, I would want to make something special, to remind me of that. I'm actually a really sentimental person, if you haven't gathered. So I bought this, and I love this the mostest. And I may have to go buy myself, my own, but I really like it. So it too is Malabrigo sock, and the color is ivy, and it's kind of like, looks like different shades of green, some light green, dark green, and I think it'll be beautiful worked up. I think this would be a beautiful shawl or scarf too. So I might make myself a shawl out of it one day. Not that particular one, because it's going to one of you, probably. So, what does that mean? How is this all going to work? So, a few of you have been asking if I had a Codi Knits podcast group on Ravelry, and I didn't, because I didn't think anybody would want to be part of that group. Well, since people have been asking, I decided to make a group. So there is now a group on Ravelry for the Codi Knits podcast. So if you type in Codi Knits podcast in the groups, it'll be there. You can join the group, and I'll put like my show notes and stuff like that in there. I don't really have show notes, but whatever, I'll put it there. And I'll try to post like a little forum discussion blog thingy. Open up one of those for each episode, starting from this one. I'm not going to go back because I don't have time. So, what you're going to need to do, in order to be eligible to win the prizes, the best thing we can do, and for me to figure out how to, to pick one fairly, is go over and subscribe to the group, on Ravelry, the Codi Knits podcast group, CODI, KNITS Knits, podcast group. And then I will go to random.org or whatever it is, and do a random number generator, and I will randomly pick winners that way. So do that, and the next week or the next podcast, I will announce the winners and get in contact with you and send out the prizes. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to, I love sending mail and stuff, so I'm super excited to send this out. And I'm still can't believe I have 192 subscribers. Wow, you guys are awesome. So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about my life, what's been going on. So if you're not interested in that, then see you later. If you do, I'm going to keep talking. So most of you, if you watch the past podcasts, know that I went to New Orleans, Louisiana, for a conference, and I had so much fun. I went there for the National American Association of Nurse Practitioners conference. I learned a whole lot. I posted some pictures on my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of those pictures. That's what I learned. Oh, excuse me. I'm so glad I went. Like I said, I learned a lot. I've never been there before, and I got to experience Bourbon Street. And if you've ever been there, you'll know that that's truly an experience. Definitely not a place to take kids, so don't go on Bourbon Street if you have kids with you. But there is beautiful places in New Orleans that you can go as a family, and like the French Quarter and other places like that. Um, they have like a little riverboat cruise kind of thing you can do, which I wanted to do, but it was kind of expensive. And the night I was going to do it, it was raining, so I just decided not to do that. I did go to Cafe Du Monde, and had their beignets. Oh my gosh, it was so good. They give you like these three little French donuts, I guess, and they're just completely smothered and covered in powdered sugar, and they're so delicious. Um, they're so good. And so I went there. I had a lot of delicious seafood. Let's see. I had red beans and rice. I had jambalaya. I had stuffed crab. Oh, it was just super good. And I learned a lot too. And yeah, so, but the problem with going is it put me, sorry, I have something in my eye. Problem with going though is that it put me really behind in school. So I'm trying to play catch up, this week, which is putting a damper on the whole knitting thing. And I really want to be knitting and knitting and knitting, but I need to sit down and focus on school. Um, I really don't want to, but I have to. I have another test next week, I think, and just a lot to do. And summer semesters go by really fast. They got to cram a lot of stuff into just a shorter number of weeks. So yeah, I need to kind of get the ball rolling with that. Um, and then clinicals, I got to get in my clinical hours and try to stay on top of that. And it's just a lot going on. Um, but I'm learning a lot and I'm enjoying it. It's just, it's still work and it's still school. Even though it's stuff that I really like to learn about, it's still stressful and hard. And, um, yeah, right now I just would prefer to just knit. But that's okay, because I graduate in December, for those of you who don't know. Yay! Oh, it's like 6 months away. I can't believe it. I can't wait. Um, so yeah, that's basically what's going on in my life. Um, I got a wedding in a couple of weeks I gotta go to. So yeah, I have a lot of housework to do now because all the laundry and that kind of stuff. So yeah, just a lot going on. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the support. You guys have been so supportive and it's so overwhelming and it really means so much to me. And even though I'm super busy right now, I wanted to take the time to say thank you, give a podcast update. I'm gonna try to continue to do every week, but if I can't, I'll at least do every 2 weeks. So, and I don't want to put like a, I don't want it to become where like it stresses me out. So, if you don't hear from me every week, I'm gonna try to at least do every couple of weeks. But I wanted to do one this week because I reached my goal of subscribers. I wanted to tell you about the giveaways, the new Codi Knits podcast group on Ravelry, and just to let you all see. It's hard for me to say that. I'm just gonna say y'all. And if you don't know what y'all means, it means you all or you guys. It's plural for all of you here in the South. So y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know that I really appreciate all of your comments, your messages. You've been so sweet. And it means so much to me. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Until next time, I see you. I hope things continue to go just like you want them. um, and again, I like to remind us all to do things one stitch at a time. And that goes for our knitting, our projects, knitting our projects one stitch at a time. Don't ever let knitting become where it's not fun. It's our hobby and it's something we love to do. But also, we should live one stitch at a time and enjoy every moment. So, I will see you all next time. Hope you are doing wonderful. Have a good one. Bye.